I'm Saundra Kelley, and I'm reading from On the Drop Side of Yonder by Jacqueline Brunais. This is chapter 5, and it's a poem called The Song of Gregory. In Gregory, my hometown, Elda Kuhn's grain elevator has been turned into trendy shops, a post office, and a satellite TV store that the newspaper said made $1 million last year. And the township has built a handsome new fire station where the stately old hall played host to elections, itinerant vaudeville troupes, and 50-cent dinners put on by the Ladies' Aid Society. The garage where I tended gas pumps while my dad made farm calls resurrecting dead John Deeres, hay balers, and Model 8 Fords still stands, but it looks as if it has lost its souls and being demoted to a storage barn. It is the same garage where I can still see old Pink, the rust-colored spaniel who, when yelled at for blocking the door to the post office, rose, ambled to the middle of Main Street, plopped down to sulk and take a nap, while the town folks drove around him. Nearby lived a recluse who seldom left her house, but after Pearl Harbor she strode out from her self-imposed exile and taught Red Cross classes, demonstrating how to roll bandages to cover the wounds of shot-up soldiers. And nobody could forget blind Samuel Denton, who had memorized 400 customers' phone numbers and ran the switchboard for the village and waited on customers in the store between calls. It was the same Mr. Denton who had a cat named Annabelle, kidnapped by an out-of-town hoodlum. An outraged citizen jotted down the license number, enabling the sheriff to locate and arrest the bum who had dumped Annabelle outside of Lansing, 30 miles away. The cat showed up at Mr. Denton's door a few weeks later, skinny and scraggly, but glad to be home. And there was this teacher named Miss Jorgensen from Denmark, who loved being an American and cried real tears whenever the Star-Spangled Banner was sung. And the town elders, wise and sensible people who, when the Ku Klux Klan burned crosses and marched into town trying to stir up trouble, sent them packing. On each Christmas Eve, the school kids, Baptist, Catholic, and one Jew, spoke pieces and acted out the story of the first Christmas, and everybody sang carols, and all the kids got Christmas candy, and if some people didn't like it, they kept it to themselves. The Baptist minister, the Reverend Slaybaugh, came to the school once a month and told Bible stories, and the Catholics and unchurched were just as glad to see him as the kids of his own congregation. And up the hill, across from the school, stood a house, just a phantom now, raised to enlarge the school grounds, my birthplace, where I rocked Trixie the cat in the big leather chair and read Gone with the Wind when it first came out. Gregory was a place where good behavior was taught, bad punished, lessons taught and learned, and nobody nitpicked about the words in the Pledge of Allegiance or argued whether a kid had to say it or not. And I don't think I'm the only one who thinks the sleepy little village called Gregory, snuggled inside a triangle formed by Jackson, Lansing, and Ann Arbor, was a special place to grow up in and brag about coming from. This poem was written in 2004, and it's from the book On the Drop Side of Yonder.